All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to do a deep dive into Connective.
Connective.
You know, it's this platform everyone's talking about for building online communities.
Yeah.
We've got their implementation guide here, and whoa, it's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, it's pretty dense.
But that's what we're here for, right? To break it down and help you understand what this thing can really do.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
where do we even begin with this? Maybe just glancing at the functionality summary, it's
Yeah.
like they threw in every feature imaginable.
Oh.
Communities, social features, chat, knowledge base, profiles, like you name it.
It's like a wish list.
Yeah, there's even a marketplace,
Oh, yeah.
fundraising tools, and get this, a coin system.
A coin system.
Yeah, for like rewarding engagement.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know, right?
I haven't seen that before.
Kind of out there.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Like from a community building perspective?
I don't know. It's definitely unique. I mean, it could be a cool way to incentivize participation,
Yeah, definitely.
reward active members.
Mm-hmm.
But then you start thinking like,
Yeah.
how do you earn these coins?
Right.
What's their actual value?
Yeah. How do they balance that? That's going to be interesting.
Exactly. And I think that's a good point to keep in mind as we go through this. It's like, yeah, it's cool to see all these flashy features.
Right.
But the
Let's get
question
that
is, the bigger question is, how does this actually translate into a successful community?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's move on to the what we need from you section.
Okay.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's clear Connective isn't just like a plug-and-play platform.
No, it's not.
They're asking for a lot of input up front.
Right.
Like brand assets, messaging, even deciding on your site structure.
That's a lot of control, though.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the point.
I think so.
They're giving you the tools to craft a very specific experience. But it's up to you to define what that experience is going to be.
Right? Yeah, and the decisions you make early on,
Totally.
they're going to impact everything else down the line.
It's like they're handing you the raw materials and saying, okay, go build your world.
Right.
Which is
It's exciting.
super exciting,
Yeah.
but also a little daunting.
It is a little daunting.
Because then you got to think about, okay,
Yeah.
what about community management?
Yeah.
Am I going to have strict guidelines
Mm-hmm.
or a more hands-off approach?
Right.
And what about content creation? Is it member-driven? Or am I curating everything? These
Right.
are big decisions.
These are big questions
Right.
before you even launch.
And it really highlights the fact that building a successful community isn't just about the platform.
No, it's much more.
It's about your vision, your strategy,
Mm-hmm.
the groundwork you lay before you even get started.
Absolutely.
So, okay, let's say you've got your vision. You've made those crucial decisions.
Mhm.
How do you get people to actually join this awesome new community you've built?
So that's where onboarding comes in.
Right. And I was looking at the onboarding tips here.
Mm-hmm.
Connective seems to be putting a lot of emphasis on getting those early members engaged
Right from the get-go.
right from the start.
They want to hook them.
Yeah, they talk about personalized invites, incentivizing activity, even tailoring the onboarding process itself
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
based on different levels of user commitment.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what does that even mean, tailoring the onboarding process?
Well, they're calling it a multi-tiered approach.
Okay.
So imagine like
Yeah.
someone who just wants to kind of dip their toes in.
Mm-hmm.
They might get like a simplified onboarding.
Oh, okay.
Right. But someone who's signing up for like a paid membership,
Oh, I see.
they might get a more in-depth experience with like tutorials, personalized recommendations,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even access to exclusive content.
Oh, that's smart. Okay, so it's like different on-ramps to the community,
Right.
depending on how involved you want to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm starting to see how this platform is different.
Yeah, me too.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But okay, let's get into the heart of it, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Time to explore the features themselves.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of them.
There's a laundry list.
I know, we could spend hours here.
Yeah.
But maybe we can hit some of the key ones
Yeah, definitely.
that really show what Connective is about.
Yeah. Like what stands out to you?
Okay, so first up, we've got the user dashboard,
Okay.
which is basically like mission control for your members.
Right.
Gives them a personalized view of everything happening in the community.
Makes sense.
Then you've got the community section itself, which is pretty self-explanatory.
Right.
Then there's the news feed
Mm-hmm.
for staying up to date, chat with various options for communication.
Yeah, there's different ways to connect.
Exactly. And then a resources section. That's basically like a curated library for your members.
Interesting.
But there's so much more.
Yeah.
It's kind of overwhelming, honestly.
I know it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, so maybe instead of just listing everything,
Yeah.
why don't we pick a few features and really unpack them?
That's a good idea.
Like, for example, let's talk about the events feature.
Events.
This is a big one because not only can you host online events,
Mm-hmm.
but you can monetize them too.
Oh, wow.
Right.
All right, that's a great way.
Huge potential revenue stream.
Yeah, for community owners.
And it's a valuable way to offer premium content.
Yeah, I like that.
And then it ties back into that whole coins system.
Oh, right.
Imagine earning coins by attending events
Mm-hmm.
and then using those coins to access exclusive content or unlock other perks.
It's like a whole ecosystem.
Exactly. It starts to feel like a whole ecosystem.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered some of the basics.
The basics.
But Connective goes way beyond that. I mean, what about the Q&A forum? Yeah. And how does the projects feature actually work?
Projects.
That one sounds interesting.
Yeah, let's talk about those.
Okay.
So the Q&A forum seems pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Dedicated space for members to ask questions,
right,
share expertise, learn from each other.
Makes sense.
But the projects feature.
Yeah.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
This is designed for collaboration within the community.
Oh, cool.
So you can have groups of members working together.
I see.
On shared projects, sharing ideas, tracking progress, achieving common goals.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a powerful way to
Yeah.
really build that sense of community.
Yeah, get people actively involved.
Right.
Yeah. But again, it brings up some questions.
Of course.
About how it's implemented.
Right.
Like, how is it integrated into the overall workflow?
Yeah.
How do you manage all these different teams and projects?
Yeah, these are things we need to explore further. And then there's the whole experts application process.
Oh, yeah, experts.
Yeah.
That's another interesting one.
It seems like they're trying to establish a system for recognizing and showcasing expertise within the community. But how does someone become an expert?
Yeah.
What are the criteria?
Well, it's the benefits.
So many questions.
Right.
This is what I love about these deep dives, just peeling back the layers.
Covering the new one.
It's not just about what's on the surface. It's about understanding the thought process.
Yeah, the why behind it all.
Behind the platform and how it all connects together.
Exactly.
It's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
Yeah.
And, speaking of connecting things together.
Yeah.
We can't forget about those additional features.
Oh, yeah, right?
They really push the boundaries here.
They do.
Of what's possible with Connective.
Yeah.
So you've got fundraising, advertising, investments. All those make sense.
Right.
In the context of building a thriving community. But then there's sessions.
Sessions.
That one's intriguing.
I know, right?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Multi-week learning hubs.
Yeah.
Right there within the platform.
Pretty cool.
It is.
What are you picturing with that?
I'm picturing like in-depth workshops, expert-led courses, even ongoing mentorship programs.
That would be really valuable.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like they're taking community engagement to a whole new level.
That really adds another layer of depth to the platform.
It does.
Imagine attracting top-tier experts to lead these sessions.
Yeah.
Maybe even turning it into a revenue stream.
Ooh.
By offering paid memberships.
Right.
Or premium access.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so suddenly your community isn't just a place to connect.
Yeah.
It's a hub for learning.
Right.
And professional development.
Okay, so it's like they've thought of everything.
Yeah, they've really covered all the bases.
But with all these features and possibilities, it's got to be a beast to manage, right?
Well, that's where the real magic happens.
Okay, tell me more.
So Connective provides a seriously powerful set of tools.
Okay.
For building and managing your community.
All right, I'm intrigued.
And it all starts with the Experience Builder.
Experience Builder, what is that?
Okay, so think of it like your control panel.
Okay.
For crafting the entire user experience.
So it's more than just choosing a template.
Yeah, it's way more than that.
And slapping on your logo.
Exactly. You can customize the look and feel.
Oh, wow.
The layout, navigation.
Yeah.
You could even tweak individual page elements.
So you can really get granular.
You can get as granular as you want.
With the design.
Yeah. And they make it clear in the admin tools overview that they're not messing around when it comes to control.
Okay, so what kind of tools are we talking about here?
We're talking user management, detailed statistics, fine-tuning permissions.
Yeah.
You can even control advertising and how communities are set up.
Wow, that's a lot of power.
It is a lot of power.
At your fingertips.
Right. What stands out to you there?
I'm really interested in that page element adjustment and real-time preview.
Oh, yeah, those are cool features.
Does that mean that even someone without coding skills can create a really unique and visually appealing online community?
That seems to be the idea.
That's amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
And I think that's a huge win for anyone who's been intimidated by the technical side of things.
Absolutely.
You know, building a website or a platform.
Because it can be scary.
It can be.
Yeah.
And it seems like Connective is really trying to make it as intuitive and user-friendly as possible.
As user-friendly as possible.
It's all starting to make sense now. It's like they've thought about the big picture, you know, attracting members, engaging them with these unique features, creating a real sense of community.
Absolutely.
But they've also considered the practical side of things.
The day-to-day.
Right. Empowering people to actually build and manage
that's key.
This complex ecosystem.
It's not enough to just have the features.
Right.
You have to be able to use them.
You got to be able to manage it all.
Exactly.
So, okay, let's say you're totally sold on Connective.
Okay.
You're ready to dive in and start building your dream community.
Right, let's do it.
What happens next?
Well, the implementation timeline lays it all out.
Okay.
It's a pretty standard process.
Okay.
Define, confirm, develop, test, launch.
Right. Pretty straightforward.
But what's interesting is the emphasis on collaboration.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Throughout the entire process.
Yeah, it's not just a case of, here's the software, good luck.
No, they're with you every step of the way.
They're involved the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that define phase is critical.
Okay, why is that?
So that's where you work directly with the Connective team to really hash out your vision.
Yeah.
Define your needs.
Okay.
And basically create a roadmap for your community.
So it's like building a house.
Exactly.
You wouldn't start construction without a blueprint.
You need that blueprint.
And I imagine that close collaboration continues.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Through the development and testing phases as well.
Absolutely. And they really highlight the importance of clear communication and ongoing feedback throughout the process.
It seems like they're really committed to making sure your community launches successfully and meets your specific requirements.
That's the goal.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
And it's clear that Connective isn't just another platform.
No, it's not.
It's really a whole ecosystem.
It is.
For building, managing, and growing online communities.
That's the best way to put it.
So before we wrap up, I think it's worth taking a moment to just recap.
Yeah, let's do that.
Some of the key takeaways for our listener.
Yeah, let's distill all this information down.
Right, because it's a lot.
It's a lot to take in.
Okay, so first and foremost, Connective is all about customization.
Customization?
It's not about fitting into a predefined mold.
No, it's about building your own unique online world.
Exactly. And they give you the tools and the flexibility to shape that user experience.
Yeah.
From the look and feel to the functionality itself.
Yeah, it's all in your hands.
And they haven't skimped on the features either.
No, not at all.
I mean, we're talking communities,
personal features,
social features,
chat, knowledge bases, events, marketplaces.
The list goes on and on.
Right.
Yeah.
And they've integrated some really innovative concepts.
They have.
Like the coin system.
Yeah, calls.
For engagement.
Yeah.
And those sessions. Which could become real hubs for learning and development.
Pretty impressive.
It is, but it's not just about throwing features at you.
Right. They've also really thought about the practical aspects.
The usability.
Yeah, the experience builder and those robust admin tools.
Yeah, those are powerful.
They give you granular control. Over every aspect of your community.
It's amazing.
And their emphasis on collaboration throughout the process.
Yeah, they're with you every step of the way.
Make sure that you're not left to figure it all out.
You're never alone.
On your own.
Right.
So it seems like Connective is really striking a balance.
They are.
Between powerful features and user-friendliness.
Which is hard to do.
You usually get one or the other.
Right. Usually you sacrifice one for the other.
So they're empowering you to build something really unique while also providing the support and guidance to make it all manageable.
So I think for our listener who's been with us on this deep dive, they're probably thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but where do I even begin?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. You know, there's no one right way to use Connective.
Right.
It really is about what you want to create.
It's like a blank canvas and a set of brushes. And they're saying, okay, go create something.
Exactly.
Which is a little daunting, but also...
It can be, but it's also...
It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So it sounds like the key takeaway here is that Connective isn't a one-size-fits-all solution.
No, it's not a cookie cutter.
It's a platform that empowers you to tailor the experience to your specific needs and goals.
Whatever those might be.
Right.
Yeah.
So whether you're building a community for hobbyists, professionals,
or something completely out of the box.
or something totally unique.
Connective seems to have the tools
They do.
to bring that vision to life.
I think so.
Like, they took the idea of community and really, like, dissected it. Figured out what makes it tick.
Figured out the magic formula and then built a platform that allows you to recreate that online.
It's pretty impressive.
And they've done it in a way that's both sophisticated and accessible.
Yeah, it's a tough balance to strike.
It is.
Yeah.
They packed in all these features, but they've also made them manageable, even for someone who's not a tech expert.
Exactly.
So for our listener who's been with us on this deep dive, what's the one thing you would want them to walk away with?
I would say, don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
You know, Connective gives you that freedom to try new things, to iterate, to see what works best
for your
specific community.
Right.
Because there's no right or wrong answer here.
Yeah.
It's about finding what resonates with your members.
And ultimately helps you achieve your goals.
Exactly.
So yeah, embrace the possibilities.
That's it.
Let your creativity run wild.
You never know what you'll create.
And who knows, maybe you'll stumble upon the next big online phenomenon.
Exactly, the next big thing.
That's the beauty of a platform like this.
It is. It really is.
It removes those technical barriers.
So you can focus on the important stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Building that thriving,
engaged community.
That's what it's all about.
All right, so to our listener, we leave you with this.
Okay.
Don't just read about Connective.
Yeah.
Experience it.
Go experience it.
Dive in, explore the features.
Play around.
Play around with the tools. See what you can create.
The possibilities are endless.
The only limit is your imagination. Until next time, keep diving deep.
Keep diving.